No matter how educated you are, you cannot stop learning. You can't. I mean, you get your degree, that is just the bare minimum. You cannot stop learning. Keep watching to find out what book I'm talking about today. Hey y'all, it's Kyla Denanyoh, and today we're talking about learning, okay? Listen, I graduated from law school a couple years ago, and I was like, okay, I'm a doctorate. There's nothing else for me to learn. Literally a doctor of jurisprudence. What else is there? Baby, it wasn't until I realized I didn't know that much that I finally was able to learn and change my life. So today we're talking about the book, Change Your Paradigm, Change Your Life. The genre of the book is nonfiction. The theme of the book is self-improvement leadership. I picked this book up because I was going through a really big change that was not prompted by me, and I was like, I need to change things up. Take a look at this. I've been listening to this book for 18 hours. What? The author says, read this book, get an accountability partner, promise you're gonna read the book for 30 minutes a day, do it for 30 days, 60 days. Well, I have a financial coach, my financial godmother, and I was like, hey, do you wanna read this book with me? She was like, sure. And so we text each other and take a look here. Hey, read 30 minutes of Paradigm, read 30 minutes, read 30 minutes, read 30 minutes. It can't hurt, right? This book is all about learning. The first thing that absolutely blew my mind, Bob says, you cannot have too much confidence when it comes to learning. If you're overly confident, you'll feel like you don't need to know anything. Me, graduating from law school. If you have too little confidence, then you'll feel like you can't learn, right? And so I've always been a voracious reader. I love to read, but I was never studying books. I was reading them. If I really enjoy a story, I'll read it again, fiction or nonfiction. I wasn't studying the text. I am studying this text, okay? You know, I went to this training and this guy was like, oh, if you want to do this and do this, you can be like me. And I was like, rolling my eyes. And he said, the guy told him very calmly, you can keep doing what you're doing and you're going to keep getting what you're getting. Or you can try what I'm doing and see if it changes your life. And he tried what he was doing and it changed his life, right? So you cannot stop learning. That is number one. Number two, study. What does it mean to study? Oxford Dictionary says, the devotion of time to and attention to acquiring knowledge on an academic subject, especially by means of a book, okay? It also says a detailed investigation and analysis of a subject. That is what I'm doing with this book. This is why I'm reading it for 30 minutes every day, because I am doing a detailed analysis and investigation of the topic. What does it mean to change my paradigm? When I was younger and would go to church, we had a pastor who would talk about, oh, you have to change your paradigm. I just assumed he meant change your mind. It's so much more than that, okay? This book is teaching me that a paradigm is a construct that you're used to. Well, I'm used to going to work or going to school and coming home and watching TV. That's how I relax. But actually, it took me a while to realize I don't like TV. I would rather come home from work, even if I'm tired and exhausted or whatever, and sit down and read a book. And that was new to me. And when I first started to do it, my body kept telling me, no, go watch TV, go watch TV, go watch TV. That was my paradigm. That was what I was used to. That was the construct that I had in my mind. So it's not so much that, oh, here I am trying to better myself. How dare you still be tempted? Those are paradigms and they can be changed. And this book is phenomenal, okay? The third thing that I absolutely loved is the fact that this book gave me permission to reread books. Bob Proctor talks about how he rereads Think and Grow Rich. I was like, okay, well, I'll pick it up and I'll read it. He also talks about how you have to understand what you think of me is none of my business. He mentions this book. Well, I'm gonna pick it up and read it. I couldn't find it at the local library. I'm just gonna buy it. It can't be wrong. This is not just a fun ha ha ha, oh, I got it, let's move on. This is something that I am actually enjoying rereading, to the point that I actually did go out and buy the physical book. And I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna read my 30 minutes because I am constantly gaining new things. To hear him talk about confidence over and over again is life-changing. To hear him talk about your paradigm doesn't have to be your fault, but it can now be your fault if you stay with it. When you read a book and someone references another book that they read, pick it up. When you read a book and there's footnotes about the things that got them to even write that sentence, read that book. See what you would capture, what you would gain by even reading the books that are referenced in the book you're reading. Go deeper, study, okay? So if you are interested in another book that completely changed my paradigm and got me dreaming, right? Bob Proctor talks about your imagination and how it is not only for kids. Check out this book review here, which is all about why we should all be millionaires. See you in the next one.